Good morning. It's 6:30. Yep, a little light is on. 6:30 a.m. Central Time. I'm just going to take you guys through a quick little 15-minute morning routine, and this would be something that's intended to use the not exercise routine. So yoga, morning movement, kind of shake the cobwebs out. I've been up for about 30 minutes. But yeah, we're just going to go through a little bit of movement to get our body ready for the day. I'm training for a half marathon, so my hips and my hip flexors are typically the most sore. So that's going to be a target today as well. So if you're moving with me, get Matt out. If you're not, I will have this on my YouTube. And for those of you that are my app subscribers, I'll be putting this on my app. So yeah, I am a coffee, of course. That's the main reason why I do this. These lives is not necessarily to have people join live, but rather so that I can save the video for later. Have it on my Instagram, but also save the video for later for my app and for my YouTube. So you'll be able to find them there as well. So we're just going to start. The dog just caged himself. Good morning, Cody. Start with an inhale, take your hands up. We're going to press our palms to the ceiling and then lean over to the right. Think about rooting down through your left foot. Coming back up through center and do the same thing over to the left, root down through the right foot. Back up through center and down to a forward fold, little bend through the knees. The hamstrings are tight this morning. Walk yourself back to a plank pose, knees down, roll all the way down to the belly, palms on the earth. Legs are nice and wide here. I like to take my legs a little bit wider for cobra pose. As we lift up, a little bend in the elbows, heart lifts up, elbows by the sides. And then press into the palms, send the hips back towards your heels. We're going to make this a lot of dynamic stretching today. Inhale into your tabletop, downward facing dog. Start to pedal your feet. Dynamic stretching means that we are not doing a lot of stretch and hold at the beginning. We might do that a little bit more towards the end. Walk your feet forward. If you have a block, you can use it. If you don't worry about it. You can make a fist or put your right hand on the block, bend into the right knee as you shift the hips just slightly. Turn the chest to the side, take your left hand up. So it's going to get down the left hamstring. If you'd like to, you can make some circles with the arm, especially if your shoulders are a little stiff. Switch directions. And then we're just going to switch this, we call like a twisted forward fold. So bend into the left knee, send the right hand up as the chest turns to the side. Think about pulling the right hip back, the hip of the straight leg. That gives you a little length down the side of your back. And we're going to make those circles here with the right arm. And switch directions. Get shoulders tight. And bring the right hand down to the block. Bring the knees, feet together, and roll up to stand. We're going to do the same thing as we reach up and over to the right. And then back through center, up and over to the left. Back through center, come all the way back down. You take that block off to the side if you were using it. We'll move back to that plank, down to the belly. Widen the legs if you'd like. Press into the hands for our cobra pose, and then push the hips back to the heels for that child's pose. Rock yourself forward into your tabletop. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Again, a little pedaling through the feet, shifting through the hips. And then we'll come forward again to the top of the mat. This time a ragdoll. So a little bend through the knees. Grab onto the elbows. Let your upper half hang. If you'd like to, we're going to sway from side to side. So real important here in the morning, hamstrings are a little bit more stiff. So we're not locking the knees out. We're giving them some space by bending. Then drop the arms. Heel toe the feet together. Roll up to stand. Same thing as we lean to the right, through the center. Lean to the left, back through center. all the way down through. Move through that plank to belly one more time. Down, press into the palms in that cobra pose, and then push the hips back to the heels. Child's pose. And then forward rounding into your tabletop, downward facing dog. Get a little movement here in your down dog. And we'll take your right leg up, a big step, or a couple of steps. Sometimes people with long legs, short arms, need to get the couple of steps to get that right foot at the top of the mat. Back knee down, lift up. So same thing that we did standing, just here on the knee. So make sure the right hip's pulled back, left hip's pulled forward. And we want to draw in through the core as we lift up and over to the right. Drawing in through the core, there's a bit more to that than just saying it. So just don't arch too much in the lower back. Let me come back through center. We're gonna rock back to our half splits and then just rebend the knee. So just going back and forth. Again, getting into the hamstrings. So if the hamstrings are stiff today, you're just gonna move dynamically as opposed to a real sit and stretch hold. We'll do a little bit of that here in a minute. Good. Okay, tuck the back toes under. We're gonna lift the kneecap up off the ground. Left palm comes down, or if you use a block for your practice, underneath the left palm, and then right hand goes high. So if you think about keeping the right knee over the right ankle, but pressing the hip in towards the body. And then bring the right hand down. We'll step the left foot forward into that forward fold. Roll up to stand. Take the hands high. We're just coming right back down. Step back to your plank pose. Toes or on the knees. Take a big breath in. And depending on how your body feels, you can lower down to the belly, or we could come to that low push-up position. Move through upward facing dog, or keep the elbows bent. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. We'll send the left leg high. Doing the same thing on this left side. Step the left foot forward. Drop the knee down to the ground. Untuck the toes. Take your hands up. Make sure your hips are in a line towards the top of the mat as we lean now up and over towards the left leg. Just think about gently poking your right rib cage and your right hip out towards the side. Whew. Side's a lot tighter than I thought it would be. And back up through center. Hips go back. We go this little half hamstring stretch. Back and forth. Half hamstring, half splits. Half hamstring. No, that you can stretch half your hamstring. What you need? What you need? Go back. Come on. Go back. Go back. Go back. There you go. All right, down into your low lunge. Back knee is gonna lift up, and then we can use that block if we'd like to underneath our right palm, and we're gonna take the left palm up. Just a little low lunge twist. Again, think about that hip pressing in, knee gently pressing out. Bring the palm down, and we'll step forward, heel toe the feet together, roll all the way up, all the way back down. So getting a little bit of movement here. If you'd like to take that high-low plank position, you can do that, or you can meet in downward facing dog. I've been working on my push-ups lately. I've had some issues with my shoulders over the past year, so I've lost a lot of upper body strength. So if you'd like to take a few push-ups here, making sure that they're nice and safe. Tell you what, this past year, don't take your health for granted. Right leg goes high. Step through. This time we're going to come all the way up to a high lunge. So hips facing forward, arms up overhead. We're doing the same thing high. So hold on. I'm holding on to my fingers. You can hold on to your wrist if you'd like to. Right hand to left wrist. And we're leaning over towards the right leg. So a little bit more balance work here. And back up through center. We're open to warrior two. So back foot goes flat. Arms go out to the side. Right knee still over right ankle. So if you feel it coming in like this, press it out. And we're just reversing our triangles. We're straightening our right leg as we reach up with right fingertips. Big breath in. Bring the hands down. You can meet in down dog. You can take that little flow, or again, I'm doing 3 push-ups, working on the shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Oh, downward facing dog. Whew. All right, we'll do that same thing on the left side. Left leg lifts, step through, come up, lift the hands up overhead, and then my left hand's gonna grab my right wrist. Hips are forward, pulled into the center, and we're gonna lean over to the left. Back up, warrior 2. Bend into the right left knee. Again, left knee is pushing out to the side, rolling the hip under, back leg is strong, open through the arms, then straighten as we lift the left fingertips up, hits this whole left side of the body down to the foot. Bring the hands down. You can meet in down dog, or 3 more push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Down dog. Whew. Let's go ahead, come to the knees, come all the way down to the belly, untuck the toes. I'm gonna take my left arm out to the side. You can take it straight out or goalposts, and then I'm pushing into my right hand. All I wanna do is go far enough to where I feel the front side of my shoulder and my chest stretch. If that hurts the shoulder, lift the left arm up a little bit, but we're not coming up to where we're perpendicular to the joint. Just a little bit at an angle so that we stretch the chest. It's the most important part here. And then back down. And then I'm going to do the other side. Oh, this right side's so tight. And then back to the belly. We're going to move through either up dog or back up to that push-up. Downward facing dog. Does that count as 10? Does that count as 10 push-ups? Hope so. Knees down. We're going to shift over into a seated position. So just a little bit of heat today. Not a whole lot. And when I do my morning routine, there's a couple other things. I'm usually a whole lot slower, a little bit lazier. So this is one that will get the blood flow going, but we're not doing like burpees or mountain climbers or anything like that. So we're going to take our right leg out, our left foot in, sit up on the hips. And then left hand, we're going to turn a little bit towards the right leg, reach out, lengthen, maybe even take your right hand to that lower back and make sure it's a little bit more flat as opposed to rounded, and then pull down. You can also just go straight over that right leg, but adding this little bit of a twist, again, it's going to get that outer edge of your back muscles, your QL. We're going to come on up. We're going to switch it out. Left leg out. Right foot to the inside, rocking onto the hips so that we're even from right to left. Take my right hand up, sit up real tall, shift a little towards that left leg, reach out. Make sure that the lower back is nice and flat. You can reach onto any part of that leg there. And then come down. It's a little of everything. This is one of my favorite poses, the seated tree. Doesn't have to be super fancy. And then all the way up. Bringing both feet in. Seated cobbler's pose. Again, making sure that you're on your pelvis, sitting up nice and tall. Walk yourself forward. Morning routines don't have to be super fancy. You don't have to be, lots of weird movements. I'll try to do some more of these just so that I've got a collection of things. This would be a little bit more, this one's a little bit more traditional type of movement, not, again, super fancy. I'll do some slower ones. I'll do some, fancier move ones. Come up from that cobbler's pose. Grab onto your knees, put your feet flat down on the ground. Bring your hands behind you, so engage the glutes, press the hips up towards the ceiling. You can just let your head drop back and look straight up. Nice big full breath in. And then exhale, bring the hips all the way back down. We're going to stack the right foot on top of the left knee. Feel free to kind of open this up a little bit to be able to do this. Sit the chest up nice and tall and just give yourself a little shift from side to side. You can also just sit and hold. Depends on your back. This one can affect the sacrum. So if you've got a sacrum that's out of joint or anything like that, or lower back pain, you might want to just stay still, hug it in, and stretch the glute muscle. I like to move it because it will shift the stretch in the glute muscle. I'm going to even hug it in, cradle the baby. So that's an option if that's part of your practice. This one's pretty intense on the glute muscle, on the knee and whatnot. So just keeping that figure 4 if that's not something that's going to be good for your joints. And then I'm just going to bend that left knee, bring it back to the ankle to switch it out. Reset, left side. And then just notice, normally my left side's tighter than my right. Today is my right side. Oh, the joys of getting older and things that shift in your body. Cradle the baby if you're taking that option. And it just kind of depends on like stretch sensation and the muscle, something to train. So your body needs a little bit more time to open up. Don't go super deep into some of these positions. This has only been, not quite 20 minutes yet. So all right, back into that figure 4. We're going back into that reverse tabletop. So feet down, hands behind the hips. Push the hips up, looking up towards the ceiling. Engage the glutes, pressing the hands down. And then come all the way down. Hips on the ground, crisscross. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands up, bring the palms to touch. And that is about a 15-minute morning routine that you can go through. I will add some more up here, some slower moving ones, some more like fancy move ones. This is just like a good routine to get some of the muscles open and some of the blood flow going. Have a great day.